the dynamic of that forward line clearly they played unbelievably well and culminating in an amazing performance as a unit. Obviously, Tyson Stengel coming in had an amazing year, but his ability to quickly work out how our system works and the role that he plays within the system. And then for me, they're just selfless players. Like, they really invest in each other. We've got some really unique talents. I mean, our two big men are really two special players. But the ability of other players like Brad Close and Graham Myers and Isaac Smith, Mitch Duncan, all those guys to understand that Tom Hawkins and Jeremy Cameron can't be the players that they are without a system and without them playing their roles within the system. So I was really proud of the whole group, the whole team, but it was a forward line group, their ability to play for each other and invest in each other. And particularly Brian at the back end of the year obviously had some injury issues at the start of the year, but he's finished to the year. He was really confident with his game and what he's good at, but also what he brings to the team in other aspects. He's a really smart player. He invests really well, as I mentioned before, in others and growing the next group of players. So I love that about Griner, and you just know that he's going to play his role every single week. And Brad Close is exactly the same. Both of those guys, anyone who's played AFL level in a high forward role will tell you it's one of the hardest positions to play on the ground with what we ask them to do. But we just make sure that within these four walls they get acknowledged, and it's great to see them get some external acknowledgement as well. So really proud of those guys. But when you single Jez out, some of the things that he can do on the football field, his vision, his ball use, his smarts in certain situations is second to none in the competition, and we love having him on our team. But he's also the energy that he brings to our group, the type of person he is. He's just a wonderful guy that enjoys life for all the right reasons. When I look at him, he keeps things simple and on point, and he plays footy that way as well. He's a ripper. And when you can no longer get the physical improvements, it's guys like Tom and in particular, it's knowing and understanding your game really well, investing in your game, making sure you're working on the craft that makes you a really good player. And Tom Hawkins has been unbelievably good at being able to do that. And then for him, I think he gets a lot of joy out of growing the next players. So he works a lot with our emerging key position players. And I think that helps keep him young and fresh as well, and it makes him accountable to his craft.
And the other one that we're really proud of is Gary Rowan. The role that he plays in the team is really critical for us. He's got a really good understanding with the other two key pillars, and just the pressure that he applies on the opposition. Gary does a lot of things that other people don't see. He never seeks the limelight. He's always the first one to block for his teammates, or as we see in so many games, just his relentless pressure on the opposition creates a lot of front half turnovers for us, and we get the ability to score off the back of it. He's an incredibly important player to us.
So we've obviously added to our list with the players that we've brought in, not just the guys that have come in from other clubs, which is pretty exciting. I think 3 really good players, but also I love watching the youth grow. So the first year players and the second year players. I think a lot of fans, as with me, will be really excited about what some of those guys do. To name a couple, like Mitch Nevitt come in for his first game last year. Ollie Dempsey did the same. How can those guys going into their second year and others elevate their game, which is clearly going to improve our team. And then we can't rest on what we did last year. How can we constantly challenge ourselves and create an environment that helps the team evolve? And we'll always be a strengths-based club. What are our people capable of? And let's not put a ceiling on what they're capable of. Go into work every day with the attitude of how do we get better.